Previously on Hott Minute. Hey guys, this is Hott Minute. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Ashley.
And we like to talk about who's hot and why. And sometimes we get off track, but
that's okay.
It's fine.
It's
fun. It's fun. We're having fun. We're friends having fun. You can follow us on Twitter at Hott Minute, H-O-T-T. The extra T is for
titties. Sorry.
No. It's for
Jamie, quick question.
Yeah.
Who are you crushing on?
Ooh, I'm crushing on, and I hope I say it right, Rami Malek.
Oh,
that
Mr.
jaw.
Robot?
Well, he's not Mr. Robot. He's Elliot.
I didn't watch Mr. Robot.
I didn't either. I watched one episode and then I read a bunch of fanfic. Now, Ashley, who are you crushing on?
Interesting you should ask, Jamie. I'm crushing on the entire cast of the 90s television series Northern Exposure. I'm crushing on the entire cast of The People vs. O.J. Simpson. Fucking finger on the pulse. I'm crushing on the entire cast of the hit 90s and 2000s TV series Everybody Loves Raymond.
No one was happier when fucking Vanessa, the alter ego of Ursula, showed up being a badass bitch, stealing the show, looking fly as hell with her dark ass hair.
She almost got that man.
And she almost got that man. She should have gotten that man because she tricked an idiot into like giving up her best asset.
First of all, light shooting out of your toes is not a thing that anyone wants to see.
No.
I'm going to pull another name out.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Oh my God, I can't believe I pulled this out. Okay, so in John Stamos' portrayal of a reproductive abuser on Law & Order SVU.
Who the fuck put that? She made me pee. She's like, kids tear up the toilet.
What, just your incredible bowel movements will just like
I was
knock
like, I just need to TT me, Ma. And so I had to pee in a fucking like just saucepan and then pour it in the toilet and flush the toilet. She was like, y'all play too much. You need to pay in this.
What? No, that's fine. That's good.
Yeah,
that's every other day.
It's every other day.
So you bathe every other day.
And then Cottonelle does the rest.
And perfect. Oh my God.
When we talked about it.
Can we get money from them?
Kleenex Cottonelle wiping my butt.
I love their wipes.
Mm-hmm. Haters back off.
We're gonna say more about like who is actually hot. In
I
this
would
one.
like to meet.
I'm gonna
Demi
be.
Lovato.
Oh, and Bruno Mars is hot, I believe. I think Bruno Mars is hot.
Time will tell.
That's all I'm saying. Oh my God, yeah.
I can't wait. But Robert Downey Jr., like, dude, like, woke up in dumpsters several times with like guns like in his mouth. You know, it's like he's a good time.
So like a wink and a smile, a Pepsi and a great night, a dumpster and a gun. That's just what you're gonna get when you roll with RDJ, you know?
Little Caesar versus the Noid. Also, I left Papa John out.
Fuck Papa
'Cause he
John.
sucked.
We
Papa
don't need
John
him. We don't need him.
Papa John does not eat a tootie.
No.
But I would dip a tootie in that garlic sauce.
Little Caesar is the answer. Little Caesar's the
Yeah.
correct answer because he says pizza, pizza. And then he has a spear.
And here's the deal. We were taught to avoid that noise.
Yep, that was the answer.
Yeah.
That's the key phrase.
You know that I started to say-
never said no to
I
that.
think Kieran Culkin is very attractive.
I think he's attractive too.
Yeah. I was actually just reading about him the other day. Just that he's attractive. Basically.
You know what is a good look to me? I like it when really sallow guys have dark under eye bags. I think that's really sexy.
I like it when people look kind of ill.
I like it when someone looks like he's got like malaria.
Like, I don't like mentally ill.
So much in the same way Mr. Robot is a boyfriend show, my boyfriend watches Suits.
For some reason.
It is a show on USA about lawyers and a law firm. I've only halfway watched it.
Hott Minute brought to you by the USA Network.
Characters welcome. Slaying a dragon means two things. It means slaying your own inner demons, or it means standing up for yourself.
Standing for others, which
That's
is honestly the hottest
one of the most
thing.
important things in the world.
The hottest thing is somebody that will stand up, especially I think men that will. And women,
it's so
anyone,
fucking
non-binary.
easy. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do.
I'm gonna take any sort of gender identity out of it. I think anyone that's willing to stand up for other people is hot.
I agree.
Hott Minute is filmed before a live studio audience.
Now give me just a minute, it won't take long. I was saying to Jamie and Ashley, baby, I'm asking who you crushing on. You know, one hot minute makes
this music band with Hott Minute.
That's us.
Us Minute.
Us Minute. Jamie and Ashley.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. I am very blessed. I feel real blessed to have that as our first song back.
That is the theme song, the first theme of season 2.
Season 2, we're back. Hott Minute, baby.
This is it. You know, you heard the stuff, and we're gonna do more.
We're
of
gonna
it.
do more things.
So there you go.
So I'm Jamie.
And I'm Ashley.
And we're Hott Minute, and we basically just bullshit about who's cute, who's not, and everything in between. You know,
a lot of cute people
Have a lot
on
of
deck
fun.
for today.
We have a lot of
boy,
fun.
It's been a long summer, but you know what? There's a chill in the air.
the dog days are over.
School's back in session,
Oh,
and
man.
so are we, baby.
Autumn leaves, which is a nursing home in Texas.
Hey, Jamie.
Yes.
Quick question.
What is it?
Who are you crushing on?
I thought you never asked.
Yeah.
So I felt like, and we both just spontaneously felt the same way, I'm sure, that, it's been a long summer. We took a break. It's hot. We walked around. We did some stuff. We drank some drinks, had some Capri Suns, laid out in tanning beds.
I ate a lobster roll.
I did a lot of water massage. I did.
Saw some deer.
Did you?
Yeah, every day.
My boyfri's parents hit a deer with their car. and
That's great.
They were almost injured. But they're fine. They got their Lexus back, and it was great. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a little review of all my summer hotties.
Yeah, start at the top, baby.
Here's the deal. The show stopped, but the Crushin didn't.
I know, that's right.
So just to catch you up, let me get to my notes here. Okay. Summer, hiatus, recap, crush, Rami Malek.
A perennial favorite.
Still.
A beaut to this day.
He is currently, jaw is still very square.
It's still there.
It's still there. He has not had any sort of injury or like a contusion that could have damaged the jaw. He's going to be in the new Freddie Mercury movie.
Yes.
He's also in a remake of Papillon.
Ooh,
Which
fancy.
is really interesting. Maybe, I don't know. That's the moment I saw it, I was like, I'm going to watch that shit on TV, alone in the dark a little bit later. I'm not in any way paying to see that. Still hot. The biggest one for me is childhood crush.
Ooh.
Got to see a childhood crush in person. And when I say childhood, really more like 14, 15. I was the weird person that rode my bike to 49 and More Video to rent the directorial debut joint with Jennifer Jason Leigh, Alan Cumming movie, The Anniversary Party.
Oh, I forgot about the anniversary
Yes.
party. Okay, I was on the
Challenged
same. We
everything.
were on the
Yeah.
same thread when
Yeah.
we were about the same age.
Yeah, and so if you go home to my home now, my bedroom hasn't changed at all because my family's lazy. And there's still a picture by my light switch of Alan Cumming from Vanity Fair that I ripped out on the wall. And many pictures of it. It's pathetic. Anyway, so he came to Nashville, Tennessee, where we live, to TPAC and did a thing called Alan Cumming Sings Sappy Songs.
I bet it was
It
really
was
good.
fucking amazing. I was front row center. All kind of.
Did you get wet?
I mean, it wasn't a SeaWorld, but I brought my own.
What song did he sing was your favorite?
Oh God, that's hard. He sang "Here's to the Ladies Who Lunch," which is like a Broadway song, which is typically sung by. It was made famous by Elaine Stritch, who's like. It's just way too deep. No one gives a shit about this. Anyway, he sang that and drank a martini on stage, and it was sloshing around. Also, you could see his dick the entire time.
He's very good looking. He's always been very handsome.
Could see his dick. Not wearing underwear. I could tell. It was distracting. It
First
was
front row.
front row center.
So 10 to 15 feet away.
Could have. Oh, yeah. I could smell him.
Yeah.
I could smell him, and I was like, if we were both single, and this was, I was like, when it was a different time, it was a different place, I could just feel the energy. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad you got to experience that kind of love.
I got to feel it. Also, World Cup.
Oh, World Cup
Fun.
fever, baby.
Ooh.
Congrats to all those teams,
They did it. They did it.
They all played so much soccer.
Did soccer.
God bless them, 2-1. But
so they did it. I think maybe France won. Not sure.
I
Not
already forgot because
not
I
positive.
didn't bet this year.
Not positive, but one little sweet little thing came out of that was that I found a little crush.
Mm-hmm.
And, watched it and was like, oh, he's blonde and he looks good. But the one that really got me was he's on Arsenal, so I'm guessing he was on the British team. I'm going to say it wrong. Mesut Ozil. He looks like Buster Keaton and like Diego Luna and then like every Turkish man that I've ever seen. And he's just really attractive.
Spell
and
his name for me one more time, please.
MESUT space OZIL.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a sad eye.
He is so Keaton-y,
Oh my
though.
God! Could you show him to the camera?
Oh.
We can do this now.
This is great. Here's some
So
quality.
tacky. Look at this quick Google search of my new boyfriend. Didn't really watch a single game.
He's very handsome.
My favorite parts of soccer are hugging. when they do the hugging and when they walk out with the little kids.
I like it when they fall down.
They're so dramatic.
I like it when they fall down because that's just how they are.
Naturally, one of my first thoughts upon seeing him was British people big into footy. I bet there's erotic fan fiction about him, and there is.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, I
Yes.
mean, he's on a team of men.
Yes,
Of course there is.
But they're so good. It's like Mizzou got into his Audi, and it's like Mizzou got in his Audi, and you reader are in it with him, and you're going to a laundromat, and then
Are you sure this isn't like
comes
native advertising from Audi?
Honestly, sign me up. I got a Yaris. It's old, which leads me into my final summer crush, which is I'm watching the show Westworld, or I was, on HBO. And in the first few seasons, we had the, racist, sort of stereotypical, savage Indian characters in that. And honestly, like the first couple of seasons, I was like, or first season, I guess.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of hope something happens with these characters, because if not, this just feels
You
problematic.
hired a whole bunch of actors.
Sure did.
Yeah.
One of them was on Twilight. His name's Boo Boo. Love that guy. But that's not the one that I stan.
Who is
The
it?
one that I stan is Zane McClarnon, who, I hope I'm saying that right, is the leader of Ghost Nation.
Yes. He had a whole standalone episode that made me weep.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't care. Like, that show kind of lost me this season a little bit. I was like, I don't know what's happening. I don't even know if I like these people. Like, I don't know. Like, but I'm sticking with it. That episode, so basically, it was written about all over the internet, but summer recap. Take you back in time.
Do you guys remember all the TV we watched this
Do you
summer?
remember that?
hope
That
so.
episode was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was basically it was all in Lakota, I think.
I'm not sure the language, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever language they speak.
And you just get to see, like, that
was-
episode was so good because I like
They're
episodes
the most human
and shows where it's like,
characters.
also it's like this dude was like acting his face off, and it was like,
And it was
he's so
good.
good. He was like
Oh, so
legit
good.
good, not just like Tandy Newton's cool or
No.
like this is a cool shootout or
No.
like look at Anthony Hopkins being Anthony Hopkins. It's like this dude was like,
Yeah.
I took fucking classes. I've been probably a
community
working
college.
actor for the past like 25 years or something. Yeah,
jobbing actor.
Exactly.
So then I watched an after the show, and essentially and I recognized other Native American actors from that episode because there's just
Not
not,
too
a
many,
giant
yeah.
community of them.
Adam
And
Beach.
Oh no, he wasn't.
I like
on it.
Adam
Ooh,
Beach,
Damn,
though.
I like Adam Beach. We'll
I
save
like
him
Adam
for
Beach.
later.
He's SVU times.
Oh, he's very attractive. But as I grab like Adam Beach,
Stroking the lamp.
I was organic. But I watched the after the show, and basically they're all really so support. Every actor was like, a win for him is a win for all of us, and like this community is so tight, and like we've all like cheered each other on, and Zane's been this very central figure
They're
to
all
like.
fucking robots, Jamie.
Well, no, but Zane specifically has been like this amazing mentor to other. Anyway, so not only do I have a boner for Ghost Nation, I got a boner for Zane. And then I went to Colorado and was like retracing, I was in like all these ghost towns and stuff. And I was like, so then I naturally went to see how much erotic, non-problematic, Native American, period, like,
I have no idea where you're going.
period sort of typical fanfic there is, and honestly, a lot of it's very offensive. And so I just, if you're out there and that gets you going and you like to write a dirty story,
I bet you need to
you are leaving money on the table, my friend.
Get offline. I bet there's going to be like romance novels.
Looked it up.
Really?
There's actually multiple articles that were like top 10 problematic romance novels because they're all like savages
That's
and like
surprising to me that there's not
raping
something
and
better
pillaging.
already. Because
I know.
there's so many like different imprints. It's like, this is the fireman sex.
Yes.
This is the Christian
Yes.
sex. This is the whatever.
Right. And
it's
so
like, these are literally Amish. Like,
so I literally was like, I was like, could I find a story where a Native American and it's set in the right time, it's set in this like sexy, dangerous old West time, but like it's not terrible.
you have to write it
and
yourself.
like I don't want to.
This is a calling.
I'm not doing
this
that.
This is God talking to you. And he's
Jesus,
saying,
help me. Jesus, take my pen. Anyway, I don't want to do that. And honestly, like, my interest in it is totally academic.
of course.
But anyway, that's where I am. That was my summer.
That's
it was
great. That sounds like a fun summer.
It was
Hot, steamy.
We got soccer. I loved it.
Yay.
I loved summer. I got a great tan, and I'm very fit.
I love summer.
I fucking hate
It's
summer.
the worst. I'm so glad
I'm like, I hope summer.
glad it's over.
We couldn't do the show because I was so depressed. Ashley,
The worst thing about summer is everything. Yes, Jamie.
who are you crushing on?
I'm really glad you asked me that because I wrote down a list of people that I was crushing on
That's so-
during
whole
our
summer?
hiatus. Yeah,
Okay.
during our summer
That's so
hiatus. People and or things on mine, as usual. Not that, I'm on the objectum spectrum, as it were, but here we are. I feel like at some point, have I talked about Timothy Olyphant before?
No, but girl, go.
Because you know what is good about him is
Go.
his face. Go is such the best movie. Okay, Go is he's in the movie Go where he plays a drug dealer. Literally,
He's
I saw that
so
movie when I was like
hot.
13 or 14. I was
Same.
like, I
I
want
wanna
a drug
do
dealer.
drugs.
I want a drug dealer boyfriend, and I
wanna
wanted to
do
because they're all
drugs.
super hot.
And Kiss in the Rain.
Oh my god, he has like
He has this,
arguably he has
what is that thing? What is when the
like that
muscle-
V cut.
he had
his,
that,
like,
and I was like-
abdominals into his like groin.
a thing that in my real life never shall I find or need.
I've never seen it, and not in the wild. I've never seen that in the wild. Timothy, he's got one of the best heads in the business, I think. He's just got like a noggin.
straight.
He's just got, but it's like good. It's like the shape of
It's
it
good.
and his face.
His lips.
My notes say extremely hot face. For years, he's had an extremely hot face.
Good hair.
My boyfriend and I have watched a little bit of the Santa Clarita Diet.
Do you like it?
Not really, but we've watched like
But
fucking
his-
25 episodes. You know what
She's
I mean?
like,
It's like, yeah, Drew
I
Barrymore.
want to drink a blood smoothie. I'm a
She's-
realtor.
And honestly, I love their relationship. I just feel like they're an appropriate couple. But anyway, he's super hot. Moving on. In our special ASMR episode,
Yes.
you briefly mentioned seasonal fruits and vegetables, and I just want to return to that quickly as one of my summer crushes. Because that's one of the only good parts of summer is like a good
Fruit.
tomato, is like some nice fresh cucumber,
Tomatoes are fruit.
delicious berries, and
so many good berries.
Your
tomatoes aren't mealy.
No, they need to, robust,
Sweet.
like backyard garden, like mama tomatoes, fruits. It's all delicious. I feel like I want everyone to really consider their taste buds the next time you bite into fruit. I want you to seriously, think about it. Take a bite of delicious fruit and think about what it is that you're eating and the fact that it's like just fucking nature sugar and it tastes good to you.
What do I feel?
What do you feel? What does it feel like? What does it feel like to eat delicious fruit? It's nourishing and it's fun.
I love blackberries.
They're so good. I've eaten blackberries that have made me cry.
What
that
a
they were
fun
so
fruit.
good. They're so fun.
Yeah, that's hot.
You know who else is hot? Billy Eichner.
Oh,
Billy Eichner.
Very good one.
Billy Eichner was one of my biggest summer crushes because I watched all of Difficult People, which I'd put off watching for a long time.
Yeah.
But surprise, it was funny.
It's very funny.
Everyone whose opinions I trust told me that I
Right.
would like it, and it turns out that they were right. It's a really funny show. He's really funny. He's tall and he's really
He's
handsome.
handsome. His
And
Twitter is great.
Billy on the Street is coming back.
Billy on the Street.
Billy on the
Very
street.
funny.
He's my Billy. He's everyone's Billy. I love him. I love
My
him.
Billy.
I love him. I love my Billy.
My Billy.jpg.
I'm gonna get a picture of Billy Eichner and put on a shirt and go my Billy, and it's just his head. I like people with big heads.
Yeah,
I
you
think
do.
is the theme here. Speaking of other like attractive giants I'm in love with is
Andre?
Jamila Jamil.
Ooh.
She is an actress
She's
slash
very
TV
fly.
host. She is currently on NBC's The Good Place, which is like one of my favorite
Which I
shows
still
right
haven't
now.
watched.
It's so good. I'm not going to oversell it, but let me just say it works for me.
You keep going. on a
She's really
topical
hot.
thing.
I just want to go back.
She's
This
fucking
is another
gorgeous.
person. She's like 6'9" or something. It's absurd, and she wears high heels, and she's just really like.
She don't care.
You know
She's
how
good bangs.
You know how the thing of where it's like a woman wears like really good dresses and is beautiful, and so I kind of love her.
Yeah.
That's her
Mama.
constantly. But here's the even better thing about her. Anytime you like see her like interviewed or you read an interview, she's like always on her shit. Like she's super smart. She's super smart. She's extremely outspoken.
I only know
She
her
does-
from like now this.
She she was like a TV presenter in the UK and like a music show host, like a VJ. But she does interviews and she's like, here's why the Kardashians
That was what I was about to
are
bring
like
up.
perpetuating misogyny and
Yeah.
the male gaze and fuck you and I don't think you need to sell diet lollipops to little girls. Basically, she has a platform and
Yeah.
she's using it
Yeah.
to like speak her mind in a really progressive way that it's like not self-aggrandizing. It's
No.
like helps other people. And it's like, that's basically all I ever ask of any celebrity ever.
Right.
And she like does it and she's pretty. So there you go. She's the best. Huge fan. Huge fan.
Love it. What a great summer.
What a great summer. Wow. I talked about
Kiteboarding.
I talked
through
about
your memories.
I talked about TV people a lot, like sitcom people. So Jamie, how about we just talk about sitcoms
What
today?
a weird notion.
Okay.
Because I've prepared some topics.
It's almost like we texted about
It's
this.
super like for months.
Yeah. Let's just jump in.
What are you thinking?
Well, I wanted like difficult people that I talked to. Have you watched
I
that?
haven't watched it, but
I
I, can tell
didn't-
you he's very attractive.
I
so
didn't
that's
want to
great.
watch it for a really long time because more than one person was
I'm
like, you
contrary.
remind me of a character on this show.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, it's literally called Difficult People. And that was hurtful to me. That was personally hurtful. So I didn't watch it for like 2 years. But then.
Shitty fat people.
Yeah, it's
You're
like,
just like her.
so this bitch is like exactly like you. You would not fucking believe it. But I did. So I did watch it, and the horrifying thing was like there were verbatim lines that I have said in my own life before.
What character are you?
The Julie character, Julie Klausner's character, who I think is
okay.
also just named Julie. She's a recapper. She's a TV recapper, and she's like really funny, and she's really pretty. So obviously, it was a lot like
It
me.
was mostly
She
you.
was very, very pretty,
Cool.
like me. It's good. Also, The Good Place, which you said you haven't watched yet.
This is a funny episode to do because I can only talk about sitcoms from 20 years ago.
I love The Good Place. It's currently my favorite show.
I don't own a TV. I'm just kidding.
It's
I do.
currently my favorite show. I think it's really good. I think
Well, Ted Danson is just
Ted
fly as
Danson
fuck.
is. Oh my God. First of all, Ted Danson
Ooh, does he
killing
live
it for
here?
35 years. I feel like Mary Steenburgen like records a lot of records here,
She's,
and
like,
so
at
they're
the-
always like in town.
Yeah. Do you
What?
think they're in like Taylor Swift's little like bird cage?
What if they did a pedal tavern? What if it was Mary Steenburgen and Ted
She's on one of those
Danson on a
fucking
pedal
birds, bird scooters.
But The Good Place, so it's Ted Danson and Kristen Bell and
Kristen Bell.
a bunch of other sort of more up and coming actors whose names Manny Jacinto.
Oh.
He's sweeping the nation. But an important thing to note about this show is everyone is extremely hot. Everyone, all of the main cast,
Yeah.
and it's what, 4, 5, 6 main people, and they're all extremely attractive.
Like I've seen her love interest and he's very attractive.
Yes, William Harper Jackson. I apparently know these people's names off the top of my head. I think I'm running through the opening credits.
Right.
Pathetic. He's hot. He plays Chidi. He plays an ethicist and like an ethics professor, and he's trying to teach Kristen Bell's character how to be a better person.
Because she's a shitty person,
She's
right?
a shitty person, yeah. And we're this will be the 3rd season starts in a few weeks, but it's on Netflix. So
I
catch up, friends.
I need to catch up. I want to catch up. I want to take us way back because if we're talking about sitcoms, I feel like people just want that juice. You know, they just want to suckle the tea.
Mainline it.
They all 10 people out there want to know what are we thinking about classic sitcoms.
Taking it back. Yeah.
So I know you are a fan of some. I don't even really like these sitcoms that much. I mean, they're fine. Seinfeld.
You know, it's funny. I watched it so much when it was
So
on,
much.
and it was like such a formative part of my
Yes.
like comedic development as a young person. Because it was on when I was in like elementary school and junior high.
Yeah.
I haven't rewatched it at
No.
all. Like I don't.
And now, oh God. And now
I
when I
wouldn't.
do, yeah, I'm just, I have rewatched some episodes and like, they're amusing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I mean, Seinfeld is like, so my boyfriend is Jewish and we talk about this a lot. Seinfeld was like, I grew up in like a trailer house and was just like, oh man, I gotta get to New York City.
That's like exactly what happened to Bobby Hill. Bobby Hill.
I was like, man, these guys got it figured out. What a wacky
The thing
guys.
too about Seinfeld, it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm happened. So
Right.
it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm is basically Seinfeld, but real
It's
life.
so
it's like you
sanitized
don't
when
have the NBC circa 1995 like strictures like
So,
on
but let's
you.
just talk about like their actual hotness. It's like
Julia Louis-Dreyfus 10 out of 10.
she's
15
like,
out of 10.
15. We've already talked about
Yeah.
her. Have we? We've talked about her.
I think she was in The Bag once. I think
She's just like one of the hottest, most immortal. My immortal.
she is my.
Yeah, she's
Jerry
beautiful.
Seinfeld's a person.
He's alive.
He's Jason Alexander, same.
Jason Alexander's Colonel Sanders now in the KFC. Michael, whatever.
Michael
no,
Richards, we don't talk
fuck
about.
that. No. Yeah, I don't know.
Seinfeld. I loved it when it was. It's also one of those things. It's like I've just internalized it so much.
Yeah.
I don't need to ever.
I brought it up. And I don't even
Like
want to
the
talk about it
contest.
anymore.
Oh, what about the one where like Elaine tries to kill a dog, which is an episode? I'm pretty sure, because there's like a dog that barks. Anyway.
My brother and I wrote a Seinfeld episode.
You and your brother had like a
We
spec.
did. We did. We wrote a spec in our trailer, and it was called the Skasgard.
That. Okay, potential.
I know.
Potential.
Because imagine Kramer at a fucking salad bar.
Because you know I can already
He's
the
gonna-
physical comedy aspect, like his hair's everywhere, and it's like the other
like
customers
we
are
had
like,
it.
"You're gross."
We had like we had it like not written down, but like
My brother and I one time discussed.
we did. I want to say he drew it. My brother's
This is
a
a
drawer.
comic book.
He's a drawer. I'll be honest, I came up with the narrative arc. I don't remember it now, but I don't remember what I did like 5 minutes ago. I was drinking very heavily. I was in 4th grade.
Speaking of drinking heavily in 4th grade, 90s sitcoms, like I just don't watch that many of them anymore.
I don't either.
I watch news radio sometimes.
News radio. Dave
super
Foley.
good.
Who else is
Bill
in news
Hartman, Andy Dick was in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Candy, is it Candy Alexander?
What about? Oh no, I'm thinking of Just Shoot Me. I was like Wendy
Just Shoot Me
Malick.
was also good.
Just Shoot Me was good.
You see, news radio was at a radio station, whereas Just Shoot Me was at a magazine. Totally different, completely different.
Yeah.
Friends. I never watched Friends. I have not willingly seen an episode of Friends
really?
in my life ever.
No.
I've seen bits and pieces of like I've seen like Act 2, Season 4, Episode 9, but I've never sat and purposefully watched a full episode of Friends in my life.
Do you know that it's like really big right now with like zennials? Like,
Yes, and it's just because they don't know any better.
don't know
It's okay.
anything.
It's okay. It's like
because it's like I think here's the deal. Everyone on that show is very attractive. The fashion is in your Urban Outfitters catalog.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care about anyone on that show. I don't think anyone's attractive, and I think they should all die. I'm just kidding. But no, like if you really think about all, and I thought this my whole life. If you really think about all of them, nary a one. Courtney Cox is pretty. Lisa Kudrow is pretty. Like they're all whatever. Like they're all just like. They're like the prettiest person that works at the bank.
I mean, it's exactly
Exactly. Which I think is why people like it, except like the best bodies. Their bodies are great.
So was it funny? Was it funny?
It had moments. I think we all thought it was funny. We were all like, oh, they're in New York drinking coffee.
And it was like
It's just
sort
porn for like people that have... Like, I don't understand if you lived in New York in 1996, if you, like, I want to find that person that's like, fucking love Friends, totally relatable. hilarious. Like, that person doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's middle America's sort of like wank off fantasy of like what city folk are like. And
Whereas Seinfeld is just like the real life is hell. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
And
either.
you see, I feel like in the 90s I was watching like old sitcoms on Nick at Night. I was watching like Mary Tyler Moore and stuff.
So I grew up like really poor, and we didn't have regular like cable TV, and I genuinely thought that like Gilligan's Island was currently being aired on television, and so I have a like.
I feel like someone should have told you at some point.
Oh, don't worry. At one point, I realized that Larry Hagman from Dallas was the major from I Dream of Jeannie, my favorite show that I thought was on fucking TV. And like my mom was pumping gas, and I was like, "Mom, I'm like disturbed by this," and she was like, "Jesus Christ, Jamie, no, what are you, a dumbass? Like, no, that one's in black and white. What do you think we're running around in black and white when I was a little kid?" Like, yeah. So it was really gentle. But Barbara Eden's one of the prettiest people on earth.
I
Larry
never even
Hagman.
think about I Dream of Jeannie. I never even think about it.
I think about it every day. I think about young Larry Hagman. I hit it.
You know what is a channel to not sleep on? Is Logo for your sitcom needs.
What they do.
The gay channel Logo.
Yeah.
What they do is they play like the best campiest sitcoms
Which
from like
ones?
the 60s and 70s. Fucking I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched and Mama's
Okay.
Family, and they'll
Fucking
just be
Mama's
like
Family.
marathons of like all
Mama's-
the good shit.
Mama's Family. Everyone in that. I would fuck everyone on Mama's Family. Vicki
That's
Lawrence.
not that the
Lights went out
in
in
Georgia.
no, Vicki Lawrence, flame-haired siren. Iola, that was Beverly Archer. Is that actress's name? Naomi Vinton.
Tim Conway.
I
Wait,
think
was Tim Conway on?
he did some guest starring. The young character. I sadly can't remember the character's name right now, but the actor is Alan Kaiser. I remember that. I was like, ooh, yeah, Mama's Family. I loved their candor. I didn't really.
Bob Newhart. I've always loved Bob
You
Newhart.
have
and the Bob
much
Newhart
better
show.
taste than I do.
I really internalized Nick at Night like programming
Yeah.
really, really, really deeply during from like this like. What 10-year-old is watching the Bob Newhart show and like getting a crush on Bob Newhart? And the answer is me.
Well, and also
like it's weird.
Also, like, are there sitcoms on right now that are like that show, where it's like a whole family sits around and looks at like a man working a job in a city that's not very attractive? Like,
They were in Chicago.
yeah, Chicago. It's just like or like WKRP in Cincinnati, like a crazy radio show, and the whole family's just gathered around.
Are
It's
there like
that's like-
family shows anymore? I guess is your question.
Well, but my thing is like in like the 70s and 80s, like the family shows were just it was just like, here's a show.
Well, there were
gotta
no
watch it. There's
options.
3 channels.
There's
Yeah.
one TV
Yeah.
and 3
Yeah.
channels, so it's like.
So you're gonna watch like Lonnie Anderson like titting around, and it's
Speaking of
great.
family TV, you know
Oh.
a show that was not on my list, but I love it. I love it deeply. And my mother is the person who got me into the show when I was in college, and it's
What?
still on the air today. And that is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. My mom turned me on to fucking Always Sunny. She was like,
It's very fun. So can I say it's incredibly funny, but I've watched like 10 episodes.
I've seen every single episode.
What's
but I don't
wrong with
rewatch
me?
them so much. Nothing is wrong with you.
That's fucking hilarious. I like at some point broke off into this like misanthropic sort of like not a rejection. Like, here's the deal. Don't get it twisted, YouTube or whatever this is. I love television. I love pop culture. I love trash. But like at some point, I just was like, there's too much media. There's too much stuff.
Amen.
And like I got like choice paradox. I was like, I can't pick what to watch. And like there's 55 seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I didn't watch it when it first aired, and I was like, I can't do it.
Have you ever logged
It
into
doesn't
like
matter.
Amazon Prime? Do you have Amazon Prime?
It makes me little peas come out.
Ridiculous. It's
so
ridiculous. It's too much.
much.
I completely agree. I love television. I deeply love
I
television.
build a
I love that
queue.
there's so much of it. I love that you can stream it. I love that you can have it on your phone. I
Yeah.
love that I can think of a show from 1955 and just pull it
And
up.
just be like, yeah.
That being said, way too many new shows,
Right.
way too many channels, way too much shit, and it's like mostly bad. 98% of everything is bad.
And like people think it's not bad, and then that makes me really sad.
I know.
I'm
I
a
agree.
rapper.
You know what is a good new show though?
What?
Coming from the great
me,
land of
Mama.
Canada is a show
I think
whose
I know.
name I hate. I hate the name.
I know.
Schitt's Creek.
Yes, I knew you were gonna say that.
SCHITTS
Fucking
Creek is so good.
Best show. Catherine O'Hara.
I'm gonna cry.
Catherine O'Hara has, since I was a little girl, distinct memory number 2, standing in line registering for Vacation Bible School, VBS. A child was in front of me, and I was like trying to make small talk as I'm like 7, and I was like, did you know that Catherine O'Hara's organs are on the opposite side of her body? That's true. She like got hurt or sick as an adult and went to the doctor. Her heart is on the all of her organs are flip-flopped inside of her body.
That's a good factoid. That's nuts.
So a 7-year-old Jamie's told a strange 7-year-old just redneck kid at school.
I think
at Vacation Bible School. About
she's
it.
she's the best actor
funniest.
on the show. She's the best actor on the show by like a minute.
She's one of the best. She's one of the most underrated comedians.
I could not. If anyone listening takes anything home, literally watch Schitt's Creek and watch it for Catherine O'Hara because the way she pronounces words.
Seriously, Alexa.
She's that was really good. Jamie, that was really good.
I really love her.
She has this mid-Atlantic sort of soap opera
so
voice, and though she can look at a word like book and be like book, she finds new vowels, and I find that so interesting.
Can we talk about how Dan Levy and Eugene Levy are
father and son? Yes.
Super. I mean, Dan Levy is. I'm
handsome as the day is long.
Very attracted to both of them. Honestly, the daughter, who's the actress's name, I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't either.
It's like Kimberly Tashin. She's beautiful, but she's so funny. I think that's the thing. It's like that ensemble. Mm-hmm. It's really hard. So she's kind of got a disadvantage when it's like you've got Eugene Levy and his son who is born with this talent, and Catherine O'Hara is literally the funniest woman.
Living?
Probably. Literally. I genuinely believe that. I will go to bat. And so she's really, really funny too, but it's like if she were on any other show, she would be the biggest star. And so I hope she gets more opportunities.
And you know that Eugene Levy's actual daughter plays the waitress Twyla. So
oh yeah.
Yes. So there's an act. Yeah. So his
and that character is funny.
And
when
here's
Chris
the thing
Elliott,
too. Chris Elliott's on it. Chris Elliott's in it.
Chris Elliott's character, they could have scaled back the physical
deformities.
Yeah.
But he's physically disgusting to look at. He looks like a herpes.
You know what? Do not judge.
I'm not. I'm just saying he looks like a sentient sore.
We know a lot of you guys have herpes, and that's fine.
But he looks like a sentient sore.
But it's fun.
Who also is dirty. He's dusty. He's dusty. But the important thing is how completely if you know our friend Eugene from the American Pies and the whatnot, it's you're gonna be really confused when you see how hot he is.
He's so hot.
He's so handsome. And there's so many factors working to make him handsome, and each
the eyebrows on those
eyebrows,
Jewish men.
His hair is really nice. He has a salt and pepper thing. They're playing wealthy people. He has really nice suits.
So Dan Levy, very good friends with my favorite gossip blogger, Lainey, who I pretend is my friend. So when that show launched, I had, what's that thing that we used to download so that we could hack our app? Ashley and I used to have
a
Chrome browser extension so we could watch because we're fucking pretentious losers. I need to watch non-region.
Watch Brazilian Netflix if you just install this thing. Yeah.
So that's how I watched Schitt's Creek. So I was on that tip.
It is on, I want to say, it's on Netflix now.
It's on Netflix
It's on regular Netflix. It's
a huge hit on Netflix, but it was on CBC, their thing first.
It's a pop original because they say it before every fucking episode.
So good.
It's really funny. Comedy is harder than drama.
It's very funny.
Comedy is hard, and these people do it well. What else? Also,
Catherine O'Hara is a fucking babe.
Oh my god,
she's beautiful.
And she wears
those wigs.
She wears wigs on the show.
She's the best. Okay, I feel like before we get to Bag, which, you know, honestly, we're just taking a lot of liberties with this episode where we're assuming that you've listened to this before and that you give a shit about it.
This is Hott Minute.
Yeah, we're a podcast about whatever this is. Judd Hirsch.
Oh, I had a crush on Judd Hirsch when I was a little kid and also an adult.
Same. And the reason I brought it up is that Ashley and I, as young women, as children, had crushes on Judd Hirsch and John Laroquette.
It's literally.
Like, that's so fun.
It's literally John Laroquette. First of all, I was really, really young, and he wore like 3-piece suits.
I would watch Night Court, and I was just like,
What am I going to say
What
no
a
to like a
sleaze.
handsome face? Am I going to say no to a handsome face? I'm 4 years old. Absolutely not. Give me candy, Mr. Laroquette. I will hop in your van. Like,
So, you know who else I had a crush on? Do you know who David Leisure is? He was the Isuzu spokesperson
no, I don't know who this
of our youth. He was also on a little show called Empty Nest, which was a spin-off. I'm 50 years old. I was just like at Vacation Bible School, and I'm like, have you seen the new Isuzu commercial? Because it's a winner.
I'm really liking this episode because we're like, fuck Friends, fuck Seinfeld, Empty Nest, Mama's Family. Like,
Empty Nest, Dr. Harry Weston, played by Richard Mull, fine as fuck, older salt and pepper man, lovely guy. David Leisure, he played the like Dan Fielding of Empty Nest, which Empty Nest was Dr. Harry Weston had 2 daughters and they were adults, Christy McNichol and Dinah Manoff for the actresses.
Ow.
Pathetic.
I mean,
Guys, I'm not looking at anything. They move away, leave the nest, come back. They come back. They all live in Florida. Spinoff of Golden Girls. He was the doctor on Golden Girls. So Sophia would. They would do like some Urkel stunt casting.
Yeah.
It was great. Had a fun dog on the show, but it was very good. Park Overall.
Wait, that's
Is
a
an
person?
actress's name. She played the like just toughest nails country a nurse receptionist at this small Miami doctor's office. Highly recommend. I would love Empty Nest to come back. It was great. I have a third distinct memory of being in the grocery store and my mom was like, Jamie, get that National Enquirer saying that Christy McNichol's a lesbian. She was just like, and she wasn't judging it, but she was just like, ooh, pertains to my interest.
I mean, I would buy that.
Relevant to our
If
interest.
I was in the grocery store tonight and there was a headline that was like, Jamila lesbian, I would be like, boink.
Yeah.
Here's your $5, good sir. Yeah.
She was like, see if I can get that one. Like, she was in my mom was in a wheelchair, so it was like, okay. Yoink. She's like, this is a good one. Hand the lady the money. Anyway. Yeah, the really Judd Hirsch, John Laroquette, Uncle Jesse.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
About not Home Improvement, which sucks. Home Improvement always sucks.
Oh, terrible. You knew
vividly
that motherfucker was a Republican.
I vividly remember
You knew that
watching the
motherfucker.
first episode of Home Improvement at my grandma's house. It was me and all my cousins. It was the debut episode that was hyped up to all hell.
No.
And I was like 6, 7 years old, and I was like, this show is not
You know what we should do?
good.
Make a star out of Richard Karn.
When did you realize... So, shows that you watched when you were a kid, it's like, I feel like I kind of knew Full House.
Yeah.
I knew Full House was bad.
I did too.
I knew it was bad, but I didn't care.
Yeah, I knew it was bad, but I liked it. I called
exactly.
it Michelle.
I
want to watch
John Stamos.
Yeah, I was like, I want to watch Michelle because like they were shoving those children in our face and like making a doll of her and Urkel,
and
I was like,
billionaires.
okay, oh my god, I love Mary Kate and Ashley. That's a different episode. I will talk about their fashion label. I will talk about their guest appearances on Weeds. I will talk about them dating crazy old dudes, and it is
Marrying them.
Mary Kate Olsen is the best.
The cigarettes.
I get online and I will, if I'm having a bad day, I'll Google Olsen Beach, Olsen France. Like, I'll just go.
Do you watch like reboots of sitcoms and stuff like that? Like the new ones? When
Are you going to talk about One Day at a Time? Because you like
know what?
that.
I wasn't going to. I totally forgot
loved
it.
that.
Okay, One Day at a Time is so fucking good.
I wanna
One Day
watch
at a Time
it.
is so good. Everyone watch One Day at a Time. Everyone watch it. It's so affecting.
Rita Moreno's on it.
It's really, really
it's
funny.
on my list.
It's legitimately funny. It's really, really good. It's like a traditional, like 3-camera, like 70s sitcom. You know what? This is a family show. That was your question earlier. That's my answer. Every family should watch the new One Day at a Time
Can
on
I
Netflix.
tell you that I genuinely thought Fuller House was funny. And the moment that I thought Fuller House was really funny was an episode where Macy Gray was on it and mocked being Macy Gray. And I was like, this is a level. And like Stephanie, who we all know, Jodie Sweetin, had some issues. Like they sort of like dance around a lot of that shit. And they're like, they're very self-aware of like where they are.
Yeah.
And so I didn't mind it. I liked
didn't even
it.
get through the first episode. I had to tap out.
I just remember I was having a dark period and I watched all of it in like an hour. Yeah, if that's possible. But yeah, Macy Gray.
You see, you could be lying to me right now and I would believe you because it all sounds equally true.
I try to walk away and I choke. You know? Okay, should we get into bag?
So
Also, let us, when you hear this, tweet at
Suits.
Hott Minute.
Suits.
Hold on.
Wait.
Woo, woo, Suits.
Suits. That's a Suits siren. Here's an update on Suits.
Please take us into it.
Sorry. In addition to watching a lot of sitcoms and crushing on people over the summer, Suits came back. As loyal listeners know, I kind of sometimes watch like 5 minutes of Suits.
Now, is Katie Heigl on it yet?
Katie Heigl is on it, and boy, Jamie, do I have some notes. Here's some notes I took about Suits.
What's she done?
She plays a character named Samantha Wheeler, and she is tough.
As nails.
She is tough as nails. She's blonde and tough, which is different from the other lady who is redheaded.
Oh.
Redheaded. No, the brown-haired lady's gone because that was Meghan Markle.
Oh.
Meghan Markle is gone, but her dad's on the show.
Meghan Markle's the whole dad?
Meghan Markle's character's father is played by Wendell Pierce.
I thought you meant her like disgraced father that couldn't go to the wedding.
No. Her character's father is is a lawyer too, and he's like part of the whole like law group now. And it's Wendell Pierce, who's great. Wendell Pierce is in the Jack Ryan show, and he's on The Wire, and he's on doing stuff.
Good.
He's another one of those actors I like where it's like A, you're a really good actor, and B, it's like you're about your shit. And he talks about like racism and like police brutality and like food deserts. He like opened up I need to verify this, but he like opened up a grocery store in New Orleans, like low key, like
Suits.
That's what you do. Let's see what else. Suits reminds me of Twin Peaks because it's really weird. It's really weird. It's a really weird show. It's kind of unsettling to watch because everyone looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Everyone looks like a drawing of a human being, and it's like they're blandly handsome or like blandly beautiful or just
Gabriel
like,
Mocked.
Gabriel Mocked. I love him. I love, again, a giant head, a big old noggin. I like Easter Island looking people. What else is
Dig
my
'em up.
update? Oh, here's the biggest news of all.
What is it?
USA. Maybe this year, maybe like within the past 5 years.
What have they done?
They are no longer saying that characters are welcome. Characters welcome? That is gone. They have a new tagline now.
Fuck you.
Do you want to hear what it is?
I do.
We the bold.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, but
That's
I'm
very
going
dumb.
to stick with
Characters welcome.
They were doing that one when they started doing original programming, like
Characters
with Monk
welcome
et
is
al. Yeah.
Characters welcome is great.
Characters welcome will last through the ages. I already forgot what I said. We
Be
are
bold,
Marshall.
be best. Don't bully.
Don't
USA. We're on TV. All right.
Bag.
We have a bag.
Bag full of names. Mysterious names. We're going to pull the names out of the bag and discuss the people, places, and things on them.
I'll go first. Ooh. Tony Danza.
Tony Danza?
Would fuck.
Tap dance.
Yes.
Danza.
Tap dancing. Who's the Boss was fun.
You see, he's more of a taxi for me still. I never really watched Who's the Boss. Like, so I even have him like as super young, really. I mean, he was in his early 20s.
Tony Danza's
and tight. Like, his
hot.
body was tight.
Yeah.
He was all the time wearing, like, God, you know what was a good look is like 70s men's jeans and like ringer t-shirts. And that's basically what Tony Danza wore in every episode of Taxi.
Yeah, he was good. He did like stupid hot really good.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of.
Some people on this podcast do good too.
I haven't seen. I don't think about him very often.
What
though.
else
He
is he-
wasn't like formative for me in any real way.
Me either. I mean,
Is that picture of his wiener? P.S.
Wait.
Google Tony Danza dick. Okay, so I've seen this picture for years. I
Never
don't know if it's
seen it.
photoshopped or not, but he's supposedly like really young and he's like naked in a locker room. He's got a big old dong.
big old dick.
I don't
Hold
know.
on.
I don't know if it's real.
Oh my god.
I can't believe you've never seen this. I can't believe you've never seen that before.
Uncircumcised is what it says.
I can't believe you've never seen this picture.
That was not his penis.
So what we're doing is pulling names out of the bag and just seeing if they have nudes online. I want to do one. Do you have any?
Do I have moderate safe search on? What's
Do you have
happening?
anything to say about Tony Danza?
No, I'm just gonna keep on trying to find this dick pic.
Oh, I've got Michael J. Fox. Now that's like way better for
Spin
me.
City.
Stuart Little. You know, the sexiest
Famous
mouse.
sitcom.
Super sexy sitcom mouse.
I mean,
I didn't watch Family Ties. I was too little.
I watched Family Ties
When it was
in
on.
syndication, probably, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, he was hotter than Michael Gross.
It says so right in the name. Yeah, his name is Fox and that dude's name is Gross.
I mean, like,
Michael J. Fox
y'all-
was always, I mean,
I gotta do a callback real quick. The first article when you Google Tony Danza dick is Tony Danza has an ugly dick.
That's not true.
So?
Probably, I don't know. Michael
gonna-
J. Fox is cute.
I'm gonna type it in. I thought he was very cute when I was younger, but like he's like a little mouse. I mean, yeah.
He seems like a really good dad. I don't know like anything about him, but he seems like he would be a good father.
Michael J. Fox for me is not TV. I was really into Back to the Future,
yeah.
and like I thought he was super like crushy and lovely in Back to the Future when I was a little kid, and that's just it's like not even worth like. It's like one of those crushes that I'm just like, yeah, everyone has this. Why are we even? We don't even talk about this. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Fuck
What's
you.
your favorite?
Whoever put
What's
that
your
in there.
favorite? What's your favorite Back to the Future movie? These are.
Can I tell you? So, shocker, I like Crispin Glover and have a huge crush on Crispin Glover and went to go see him multiple times in person, do weird shit, which is so fucked up. Yeah, so I always thought that like Crispin Glover was hotter than Michael J. Fox, and then like he sued. So like I like the first one because Crispin Glover's in it, but the best movie is 2. Like we all know that.
Yeah. I agree. I liked it.
3 is fun, though.
I
ZZ
like 3.
Top.
I like 3. That song is good. It's good as hell.
Yeah, it's great. ZZ Top is one of my favorite bands.
I just pulled out 3 names from the bag.
Why?
Because these are hard. These are really, really hard. Charlotte Rae, who was Edna from The Facts of Life.
Fuck yeah. Oh, R.I.P.
Sarah
fine.
Gilbert. Darlene on Roseanne.
Ooh.
One time my mom was like, do you remember when you were
That's a messy
16 and
sitch.
you did this thing? And I was like, that actually wasn't me. That was literally an episode
That was
of Roseanne.
literally
That was
Darlene.
that was something that Darlene did to her mom.
That happened to
Not
me,
that
but it
I
was
did
like-
to you in real life.
DJ.
Do you remember the
Why
time
are you
you and your
masturbating at
bitch
school?
friend went to Chicago to go see a concert? No, that was fucking Darlene. Conrad Bain
He's on One Day at a Time.
is Mr. Drummond.
Oh,
from
Mr.
Different
Drummond.
Strokes.
Yeah.
I have something awful to say, and I'm just going to say it. So he recently posted on Twitter, and it was like, rest in peace to all my co-stars, because they're all fucking dead except for
Yeah.
him. They're all dead.
I was more of a Silver Spoons gal.
Ricky
Schroeder.
Not Ricky Nelson.
And his best friend was Jamie.
Oh, Michael Gross. Stephen Keaton from Family Ties.
Honestly, Michael Gross could get it.
I mean, as a kid, absolutely not, because he's super old. Like, I
Super
literally thought he was
old.
like 75. You know, and he's like my age, probably. He's
Also,
he's, 40 maybe?
I didn't grow up in a liberal home. So watching that show too, it was like my family loved it and things were different back then. But they would always just be like, Elise and, whatever, like the parents are Steven are crazy. Like they're crazy liberals. And so he was always sort of like cartoonishly portrayed to me. And he was old as
fair.
fuck.
Yeah.
But looking back, yeah, fuck Michael
He's
Gross.
he seems, marriage material.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, he's kind of got like a wry little, meh.
He had a good beard in the 80s, which
Yeah.
no one was really doing.
No.
No one
they
was
were
doing that.
They would do maybe a goatee.
Lucille Ball, who is best known as Lucy from I Love Lucy. I've actually been rewatching I Love Lucy's in the past
you
couple
love
of
it.
weeks. It holds up
It's
in
so
a
good.
lot of interesting ways. Physical comedy, definitely. Also, just like the sheer like staginess of it all is. There's some titties. Damn, Lucy.
I know. Dude, don't get that in the camera. But no.
Don't get that.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know the rules. I don't know what we're doing.
We're looking
But
up
look,
nudes.
She has so many nudes. Bringing that to the
Sorry.
table. Tony Danza got weird dick.
I've seen
Lucille Ball got-
one thing of hers from like the 30s or 40s where she was like, a lot younger, but mostly everything I know about Lucy is like bright red sitcom Lucy. Have you ever seen the long trailer?
This is not real. This is like
No, those
Courtney
are-
Stodden.
You recognize the body?
Who is this?
Have you ever seen the long trailer with Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz?
No.
It was a movie they made together where they're newlyweds, and instead of buying a house, they buy a trailer and decide to travel across the country together. And would you believe it that hijinks ensue? This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Jamie's giving me just straight on like pornography. Who is this on the left?
It's like Vladimir Putin.
Who is this?
So basically, I'll describe
I can't
it.
even tell who this person is.
Lucille Ball is servicing Desi Arnaz and
Some politician
oh my
looking
god,
guy.
no, it's the dude from Law and Order SVU, the guy that's in.
Oh, Christopher Maloney. It is. Wait, but is it, or is it like some Frenchman? Is it Christopher Maloney, or is it like a random French guy? Well, you know what? We'll crop that head. We'll crop that head and share the image. If you can like tell us who this is, that would be cool.
I think it's Christopher Maloney.
You know what I really like about I Love Lucy is William Frawley was born in like fucking 1880 or something. Like he was like
And fucking what's her name? His wife was like 17
Vivian
years old.
Vance,
Vivian
yeah.
Vance. They hated each other.
yes.
Oh,
Not Ricky Ricardo. That's
fought
a
with
fictional
the-
character.
the North.
Desi Arnaz was handsome.
Yeah.
He was
Also very progressive, like a biracial like couple.
definitely get the vibe that he's like a drinker. But
Speaking of Three's Company, great show.
R.I.P. While we're there. What was the movie where
I can't.
channel change, remote control, where
Yes.
Pam Dauber
Yes.
and
Yes.
where they get sucked into the TV?
Yeah. It's like my dad's a TV alien.
And
I forget.
Oh,
yeah, that was
good.
sad. His son looks just like him.
I want to do. Here, you pull. I've pulled a
Okay.
lot.
All right, we're gonna do one more unless it's shitty. We don't normally do this, but this is a hyper specialized bag. My bag,
This is
my
season
rules.
2, and who knows what's going to change?
Harry Anderson from Night Court,
Oh, yeah.
magician, R.I.P.
Wait, damn, really? When did he die?
He died this year, like recently. I know.
Okay.
We have a friend that he was like a family friend of a friend. I don't know why I picked that one. I loved Night Court.
I love Night Court very
Night
much.
Court. Night Court is a show that I would watch now. Like I would definitely. That needs to be like brought back up.
I remember watching Night Court at my grandparents' house. I remember watching Night Court in like different worlds.
Yes, I
specifically,
loved
like,
Different Worlds.
Yeah, I remember specifically watching those two
Yes.
shows like at my grandparents'
Yeah.
house and not at home. I don't know why.
Night Court was just like a before we go to bed show, and so I thought Harry Anderson was so funny. I loved
So
Marky
funny.
Post.
Beautiful.
Brent Spiner, aka Data, had a recurring
I know who
character.
fucking Brent Spiner
I know, but
is.
they
I know.
don't. They do. That's Larissa.
Everyone.
She knows. Hey, girl.
I just pulled out another name. And
Richard Mole.
Yes.
Oh my God, Bull
is
from
this
Night
entire
Court.
bag of just
I
Night
hope-
Court
honestly, like,
actors and guest stars?
I'm happy to do a whole season that's just Night Court.
I need to watch more Night Court. I don't remember anything. I don't. Other than theme song.
It was great. It was just a funny show. The judge was in love with Mel Torme. He was a big Mel Torme
Yes.
fan.
I pulled out a name. I want to speak
Agnes.
briefly about Agnes Moorehead and
Fucking-
Dora from Bewitched. Number 1, watch logo so you can see Agnes Moorehead in action basically
God.
every day. 2, non-Bewitched credits of hers that are
Yeah.
really great.
You go, because
Citizen Kane.
yes.
She's in Citizen Kane. And, like, the creepiest episode of The Twilight Zone.
Yes.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's cool as hell.
She's cool as hell.
She's got
Fucking
a name like God.
Agnes Moorehead.
Agnes Moorehead. If I were to name
Yes.
myself tomorrow, that's what I would choose.
Tony Danza.
Agnes Moorehead. What else?
Lucille Ball.
It means lamb. Lamb of God. TV. We love it. We're fans of it. I'm gonna pull out one more.
One
name.
more?
And
Okay.
then for the road. This is the last one. Oh, this is a contemporary person, Jack McBrayer, who is probably
Yep.
best known as Kenneth on 30 Rock.
I think my favorite Jack McBrayer facts, or not even facts, but like I love that he's in "Touch My Body" video by Mariah Carey, and
He
I
is,
also
yes.
love, and we've discussed this before, that he's best friends with Alexander Skarsgård.
We have discussed this before. Yes, we have discussed this.
It's totally stupid. It doesn't make sense, and it only makes both of them hotter.
Do you know, okay, so Donald Glover was a writer for 30 Rock, and Donald Glover grew up in Georgia, and he wrote a lot of Kenneth's per the Tina Fey book I read 8 years ago. He
Called Skinny
but
Bitch.
It was like, but Donald Glover gave Kenneth the line where it's like, say channel changer instead of remote control. It's like, that is what someone from Georgia would
Yes.
say. I also think Jack McBrayer is like cute. I don't
Yeah.
like blonde men. To me,
And-
I don't want to like denigrate them or
No,
anything. But
and he's not supposed to be hot.
no,
like
no,
he's
no,
not
no.
supposed
He's a
to be like
goobery kind of
yeah.
like goofy dude.
But he's a handsome man.
Yeah.
He's an attractive guy. He's very funny.
he's extremely funny.
And I bet he's a good hang.
he's
It's
a
on the
bit
tip.
player in a lot of things I've seen
Yeah.
over the past like 15 years.
You know what? He's a very giving actor.
Speaking of giving actors, no, I don't
Lucille
know.
Ball. I'm typing in Jack McBrayer / erotica. All right. Well, it's time.
If you guys know of any good erotica or photoshopped images of sitcom stars servicing the penises of other sitcom stars,
Send them our way.
at Hott Minute.
At Hott Minute. HOTT at Hott Minute. HottMinute.com. .jpg.
Yeah. On Instagram and Twitter most often.
Yeah.
And that's it. Season
great.
2, baby. Aren't
Man.
you so glad?
Ooh, it's happening.
Here we go.
Here we are.
Till next time.
Didn't die.
You're doing it.
Oh.
Bye.
That was real dumb.
Stormy Daniels.
I like how we did sitcoms and we just immediately start pulling up fucking nudes. It's like, have you seen Tony Danza's nude? Have you seen Lucille Ball's nudes?
He's in her dick. Have you seen Judith Light's
Shit. Like,